Hi guys, welcome to another car video. I really want to make today a double upload day, so that's why I'm doing this car video. But I want to talk about some more judgments. But before I get into that, I want to address this whole painting gate with the Doherty dozen. I will not be making a dedicated video about this situation, and my opinion on it is it doesn't really need to be blown out of proportion. I don't know about you guys, but I was 16 years old at one time, and I've made some really dumb decisions when I was that age, ones that I would not make today. And I don't believe in broadcasting a child's error so publicly, announcing their school district, talking about being, plagiarism and all of this kind of stuff. It's a 16-year-old child. I'm not going to blast that everywhere and bring a lot of attention to it. And are some of y'all probably fuming right now because I'm mentioning it? Possibly, but I did receive many questions about it, sharing Reddit posts, sharing all of this kind of stuff. I think Alicia's an awful person, but as far as amplifying an error of a 16-year-old child is not what I'm here to do. It's upsetting the way that things are blown out of proportion online. So I did at least want to address it. I think that lapses in judgment when it comes to teenagers, I think that there should be some grace given, and not everything needs to be dissected. I get that a lot of people hate Alicia, and I'm definitely not a fan of her, but that's how I feel about this little situation. So what I want to talk about in this video are some more judgments. That video that I did a little while ago, it went over really well. I think that it was a really good comment section. A lot of y'all chimed in with your judgments and things that you agree on or disagree on. So I figured that we could do a part 2 kind of in close succession. This is actually part 3 because technically I did one like almost 2 years ago. But I figured that we could run through these and see, do y'all still agree? Do you disagree? So yeah, the first one is taking the handicap stall in a public bathroom when you don't need it. And there are other stalls open and available, but you just choose to take that one because it's got some extra room in it. I know that there are some situations where it's like, oh, well, I needed to change, and could have used the extra space. Like, I get some situations happen, but when there are other stalls available and people take the handicap stall, what's going to happen if someone who needs that stall comes in, or a parent with a child comes in and that's the only place where there's a changing table? I don't know. I just see people taking up the handicap stall and it kind of pisses me off. And I feel like they just do it because there's more room. I know that you can't look at someone and tell if they are disabled. I understand that part of it. But the situations that I'm talking about, a lot of times it's like a couple of friends and they go in there because it has more space, like 2 or 3 girls going to the bathroom at once and they go in the handicap stall. I don't know, like, I get that there are caveats, but as far as like a general consensus, don't take up the handicap stall if you don't need it. Next one. This one might get me a little bit of heat, but that's okay. Filming yourself crying on social media intentionally. I understand there's been a couple times even on my channel where I've gotten emotional out of nowhere. But I'm talking about these people who literally turn on the camera when they are sobbing uncontrollably and asking for help or asking for money, or they're just like sad fishing in some way. I don't know. I get it. Like, emotions arise, but these people that I see, especially on TikTok, and by the way, I have a video coming all about grifters on TikTok because, oh boy, it is a field day over there. if you can at least take a few seconds to calm down a little bit before you start filming, to me, so many people do it, it kind of comes off as disingenuous, and hate me for saying that. It's okay, but it's just my perception. I feel like people so often use these like alligator tears or these crying videos as a way to like get attention. And that's just how I feel. Next thing I'm judging you for is if you are one of those people who chronically says everything happens for a reason. I'm going to judge you and think that you are one of those toxic positivity kind of people, and I cannot stand toxic positivity. I'm a realist. I work with what's happening around me, what's happening in front of me. How do I handle this? How do I dissect it? How do I get to the next level, the next step? I don't need to hear everything happens for a reason, because there are some really bad things that happen in life, and you can't justify it by saying everything happens for a reason. Let's talk about a school shooting. Someone saying everything happens for a reason? I think not. Somebody's house burning down with all of their life possessions and possibly family members and pets. Don't tell them everything happens for a reason. I think the everything happens for a reason tagline is just like the biggest crock of shit, and I hear it all the time. Okay, next one. Let's talk about the judgment that I give people that send their kids to these wilderness camps as a form of punishment. These camps, there are so many adults now that are sharing their experiences going to a wilderness camp as a form of punishment from when they were a child. There are traumatizing situations that come out of this, PTSD, emotional manipulation, mental health issues. If you are going to send your kid to a wilderness camp as a form of punishment, I think before you send your kid to a wilderness camp, you should experience it for yourself. And if you still decide to do that, I think that you have flawed morals. Not going to say you're a terrible person, but I will judge you off the fact that that is a form of punishment for you, knowing the types of traumatic experiences that some of these kids have by going to these wilderness camps at such a young age. Next thing I'm judging you for is if you're a couple who can't ever be away from each other. Trust me, I'm talking from personal experience here. Like, time apart is beautiful. And I'm not talking about like, months or weeks or anything. I'm literally talking about if you can't even go to dinner with one of your friends by yourself, I think that's really weird. I get it. Like, this is your partner, the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, all of that good stuff. But you have to be able to spend some time apart once in a while. Go shopping with one of your friends. Go visit your parents. Go, go for an overnight trip with somebody. Go on a little vacation with some of your friends. Being able to spend time apart is so vital to a healthy relationship. These people who literally cannot even like go get coffee by themselves or with a friend without their significant other, I feel like there might be trouble in paradise and you're trying to conceal it, but what do I know? The last one that I'm going to go over in this video is the judgment that I have on people who glamorize the overconsumption of alcohol. And I focus on alcohol because I feel like it's really normalized on social media. I'll link the Why Mom Culture video that I did a few months ago in my description box. Why mom culture is so glamorized, the overconsumption of alcohol is glamorized. And that's also why I've come down so hard on Alicia Doherty, because for a while there, she was slamming down White Claws while she had kids in her home that had FASD. So I don't like the glamorizing overconsumption. I am all here for adults partaking in whatever they want to do, outside of quote business hours, but it's this overconsumption. It's having to have a drink every single day or multiple drinks every single day and having to be buzzed to go to one of your kids' sporting games and trying to make a joke of having a glass of wine before going to a PTA meeting, those kinds of things, in my opinion, they shouldn't be normalized. And I see it not only normalized, but also glamorized on social media. And when I see those people doing it, I automatically judge them. Just awful. And it should be glamorized. So anyway, I'm going to continue on with my day. I figured that it would be a good time to do this video for you guys. So leave yours down below and tell me what you think about mine. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.